Have you ever felt that flutter in your chest? That moment when your heart seems to skip a beat, and you wonder if everything's okay. Or maybe you've noticed how climbing a flight of stairs leaves you more winded than it used to, how your energy isn't quite what it once was. Heart disease. It's something many of us over 55 face, but too often just accept as an inevitable part of aging. What if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? Aging is natural, yes, but compromising your heart health doesn't have to be part of the package. There's a way to support your heart and even begin to reverse damage that's already occurred using something as simple and accessible as plant foods. Yes, the right plants can help clear your arteries, strengthen your heart muscle, and help you reclaim the energy and vitality you thought was lost to time. In this two-part video series, I want to share with you 7 powerful plant foods that are scientifically proven to help reverse heart disease and strengthen cardiovascular health without expensive medications, complicated procedures, or restrictive diets. Today, we'll cover the first 4 foods that can transform your heart health. Each one is backed by rigorous research, easy to find at your local grocery store, and safe even if you're managing diabetes or other health concerns. And be sure to watch part 2, coming later this week, where I'll reveal the remaining 3 plant foods, including the one that tops our list, which you probably have in your kitchen right now. So stick around to the end because this information could literally save your heart. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe to Green Wellness for Seniors, where every tip is made with care just for you. Now, let's dive into the first heart-healing plant food. Leafy green. Let's start with something simple yet incredibly powerful, leafy greens. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens. These vibrant leaves are more than just a side dish. They're natural medicine for your heart. You've probably heard that they're good for you, and maybe you include them in your meals now and then. But here's what many people don't realize. These humble greens can quietly become one of your strongest allies in fighting and even reversing heart disease. Leafy greens are packed with nitrates, not the harmful kind added to processed meats, but natural compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide. And that matters more than you might think. Nitric oxide is like a natural relaxant for your blood vessels, helping them expand and allowing blood to flow more easily. This simple action reduces blood pressure, which is crucial because high blood pressure is one of the leading risk factors for heart disease. But leafy greens don't stop there. They're also rich in vitamin K, which helps prevent calcium from building up in your arteries. Think of calcium as tiny particles that can stick to your artery walls, gradually narrowing the passage, like sediment building up in a pipe. Vitamin K helps keep that calcium where it belongs, in your bones, not your arteries. There's even more happening beneath the surface. Leafy greens contain powerful antioxidants, particularly lutein and zeaxanthin, that help protect the delicate lining of your blood vessels from oxidative stress, a fancy way of saying the wear and tear caused by free radicals. When this lining, called the endothelium, stays healthy, your arteries remain flexible and clear. And then there's the fiber. 1 cup of cooked spinach contains around 4 grams of fiber, which not only keeps your digestion regular, but also helps lower LDL, the bad cholesterol, and regulate blood sugar, key for anyone managing diabetes or trying to avoid heart complications. A landmark study from the British Medical Journal highlighted that older adults who consumed just 1 serving of leafy greens daily had a cardiovascular system that performed as if it were 11 years younger than those who rarely ate them. Another fascinating piece of research found that lutein, a carotenoid abundant in greens, was associated with less arterial wall thickening in aging adults. This means leafy greens don't just help your heart keep beating, they help it beat better, with more strength and efficiency. I remember Martha, a bright-eyed 71-year-old with a warm smile and the kind of wisdom that comes from living fully. She once told me she used to feel a constant heaviness in her chest, and climbing the stairs to her bedroom had become a daily challenge. Her doctor suggested adding more leafy greens to her diet, just 1 big handful a day. After a couple of months, she noticed she was climbing those stairs without needing to stop halfway. Her blood pressure readings improved, and that persistent heaviness gradually lifted. Now, it's her daily ritual. A big mixed green salad at lunch, sometimes with walnuts and berries, other times with olive oil and lemon. The beauty of leafy greens is their versatility. You can enjoy them raw, sautéed, or blended. Try mixing them into a morning smoothie with a banana and some berries for a heart-friendly breakfast, or keep it simple. Wilt some spinach into your soup just before serving to preserve those delicate nutrients. Some even add them to scrambled eggs or tuck them into sandwiches. The options are endless, and your heart will thank you for each serving. And don't worry if you're watching your budget or managing multiple health conditions. Leafy greens have 0 cholesterol, almost no sugar, and plenty of nutrients. They help you feel satisfied without the crash, making them an ideal addition for anyone who wants to protect their heart without relying on pharmaceutical interventions alone. Now that we've added something green and nourishing to your routine, let's turn to a food that's vibrant, rich, and ready to lower your cholesterol like a trusted friend working quietly behind the scenes. Berries. Have you ever noticed how some days your chest feels tight, or how occasionally your heart seems to race even when you're sitting still? That feeling of vulnerability can creep in as we get older, a constant reminder of our changing bodies. But nature, in all its wisdom, has tucked a little secret into small, colorful packages: berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. These aren't just sweet treats from summer gardens. They're powerful medicine for your heart, packed with compounds that actively work to reverse arterial damage and strengthen your cardiovascular system. Berries are rich in anthocyanins, natural compounds that give them their vibrant colors. These aren't just pretty pigments, they're potent antioxidants that have been shown to significantly reduce inflammation in blood vessels. Chronic inflammation is like a slow, smoldering fire in your arteries, gradually damaging their walls and creating the perfect conditions for plaque to form. Berries help extinguish that fire. But what's truly remarkable is how berries affect your cholesterol profile. In multiple clinical studies, Adults who consumed a cup of mixed berries daily experienced meaningful reductions in LDL, the bad cholesterol, while increasing HDL, the good cholesterol. One particular study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that eating berries daily for 8 weeks decreased LDL oxidation, a process that makes cholesterol even more harmful to your arteries. And if berries can improve cholesterol markers in just 2 months, imagine what they can do over years of regular consumption. This isn't just about preventing further damage, it's about giving your body the tools to begin healing what's already occurred. Beyond cholesterol, berries help regulate blood pressure through compounds called flavonoids. These natural plant chemicals improve the function of your endothelium, the delicate lining of your blood vessels, helping them dilate and contract properly. When your blood vessels function optimally, your heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood throughout your body. Another remarkable quality of berries is their effect on blood sugar. Despite their sweet taste, berries have a surprisingly low glycemic index and are high in fiber, which means they don't cause the dangerous blood sugar spikes that can damage your heart and blood vessels over time. This makes them a perfect snack even for those managing diabetes alongside heart concerns. My friend Robert, 67, once confided in me that his doctor had found his arteries were showing significant narrowing at his annual checkup. Concerned about facing more serious interventions, he decided to add a cup of mixed berries to his daily breakfast. "What did I have to lose?" he told me with a shrug. 6 months later, his follow-up tests showed improvement in his cholesterol ratios, and his blood pressure had stabilized. My doctor asked what medication I'd been taking. He chuckled. He was surprised when I told him about the berries. Now, it's his non-negotiable morning routine, a bowl of oatmeal topped with various berries, depending on the season. The beauty of berries is their versatility and accessibility. Fresh berries are wonderful when in season, but frozen berries retain nearly all their heart-healing properties and are available year-round. You can add them to yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or simply enjoy them as a sweet snack that satisfies cravings without compromising your heart health. And here's something else to love. Unlike many health foods, berries are genuinely delicious. They make heart-healthy eating feel like a pleasure rather than a chore. Start with just half a cup daily, sprinkle them on your breakfast, add them to a salad for a sweet contrast, or freeze them for a refreshing treat on warm days. Now, let's move forward to our next plant food, one that doesn't just lower cholesterol but actively works to clean your arteries from the inside out. Oats. Let's talk about a food that's as comforting as it is powerful: oats. That warm bowl of oatmeal might remind you of simple childhood mornings, but beneath that humble appearance lies one of nature's most effective remedies for heart disease. If you're concerned about cholesterol building up in your arteries, or perhaps you've already been diagnosed with some arterial narrowing, oats could become your heart's new best friend. What makes them so special for reversing heart disease? The answer lies in a unique fiber called beta-glucan. Beta-glucan is a soluble fiber that works almost like a sponge in your digestive system, binding to cholesterol and removing it from your body before it can enter your bloodstream and lodge in your arteries. This isn't just a theory, it's been proven in study after study, so convincingly that even the FDA allows oats to carry a claim about heart disease reduction. One landmark study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that people who ate just 3 grams of soluble oat fiber daily, about 1 large bowl of oatmeal, experienced a 5–8% reduction in their LDL cholesterol. That might not sound dramatic until you realize that every 1% reduction in LDL is associated with a 2% reduction in heart disease risk. This means your morning oatmeal could be reducing your heart attack risk by up to 16%. But oats don't stop at lowering cholesterol. They also contain unique antioxidants called avenanthramides that reduce inflammation in your arteries and prevent the oxidation of LDL cholesterol. When LDL becomes oxidized, it's much more likely to stick to artery walls and form plaque. By preventing this oxidation, oats are helping keep your arteries clear and flexible. There's also emerging research suggesting that the beta-glucan in oats helps normalize blood pressure. One study from the Journal of Nutrition found that higher oat consumption was associated with both reduced blood pressure and decreased arterial stiffness in older adults, 2 critical factors in reversing heart disease. My neighbor Eleanor, a lively 78-year-old who still tends her garden daily, shared how oats changed her cardiac health. After a mild heart attack at 70, her cardiologist found significant blockages in 2 arteries. Wanting to avoid more invasive procedures if possible, she committed to a heart-healing diet that centered around daily oatmeal. I make it with cinnamon and berries, sometimes a few walnuts, she told me. Nothing fancy, but I haven't missed a day in 8 years. At her last checkup, her doctor was amazed that the blockages had actually decreased in size, something many medical professionals still believe isn't possible without intervention. My doctor calls it my miracle porridge, she says with a gentle laugh. The beauty of oats is how easily they fit into your day. Steel-cut oats offer the most nutritional benefits, but even quick cooking rolled oats provide those crucial beta-glucans. And oats aren't just for breakfast. They can be added to smoothies for thickness, used instead of breadcrumbs in recipes, or baked into healthy cookies and muffins. For those managing multiple health conditions, oats are particularly friendly. They're naturally gluten-free, though check labels for cross-contamination if you're sensitive. Help stabilize blood sugar levels because of their low glycemic index, and provide steady, sustained energy without spiking insulin, crucial for those with diabetes who are at higher risk for heart disease. Start with just half a cup of oats daily, prepared with water or unsweetened plant milk. Top with berries for added heart benefits, a sprinkle of cinnamon which has its own blood sugar regulating properties, and perhaps a few chopped nuts for healthy fats. This simple bowl contains a powerful combination of foods that actively work to heal your heart from the inside out. Now, let's explore our next heart-healing powerhouse, a food that not only supports your heart but may actually help rebuild damaged cardiac tissue. Walnuts. Now let's turn to a food that resembles the very organ it helps heal, the walnut. Have you ever noticed how the wrinkled surface of a walnut half looks remarkably like a miniature brain? But it's your heart that truly benefits from this remarkable nut. If you're concerned about heart disease or have already received a diagnosis that left you worried about your future, walnuts might be one of the most powerful foods you can add to your daily routine. Unlike medications that often manage symptoms, walnuts work at the cellular level to help your cardiovascular system actually repair itself. What makes walnuts so extraordinary for heart health? First, they're one of the few plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. While most of us have heard about omega-3s from fish, the plant-based version in walnuts has been shown in multiple studies to reduce inflammation in blood vessels, improve arterial flexibility, and even help regulate heart rhythm. A groundbreaking study published in Circulation, the Journal of the American Heart Association, found that people who ate walnuts regularly had significantly better endothelial function. That's the health of the crucial inner lining of your blood vessels. When your endothelium works properly, your blood vessels can dilate when needed, blood pressure normalizes, and the risk of plaque formation decreases dramatically. But walnuts don't stop there. They're also rich in L-arginine, an amino acid that converts to nitric oxide in your body. Nitric oxide is like a natural vasodilator, helping your blood vessels relax and widen. This is exactly how many heart medications work, but walnuts provide this benefit naturally, without side effects. Perhaps most exciting is the emerging research about walnuts and their effect on the actual reversal of heart disease. The Leon Diet Heart Study, one of the most respected cardiovascular research projects, found that a Mediterranean diet enriched with ALA, the type of omega-3 found abundantly in walnuts, resulted in a 50–70% reduction in recurrent heart disease. Participants didn't just stop disease progression, many showed signs of actual arterial healing. My friend Thomas, a retired engineer of 75 with a practical approach to everything, didn't believe in food as medicine until his own experience changed his mind. After his second stent placement, his cardiologist suggested he add a handful of walnuts to his daily diet. Initially skeptical, he nevertheless committed to eating about 7 walnut halves every evening. 6 months later, my inflammatory markers had dropped significantly, and my HDL, that's the good cholesterol, had risen by almost 20%, he told me, still sounding somewhat surprised at the results. My doctor said my blood vessels were showing improved flexibility in the ultrasound. From nuts, who would have thought? The beauty of walnuts is their versatility and simplicity. You don't need elaborate preparations or recipes, just a small handful, about 1/4 cup or 7–8 walnut halves, daily provides clinically significant benefits. Sprinkle them on your morning oatmeal, add them to a salad for satisfying crunch, or simply keep a small container of them for a quick afternoon snack. For those managing diabetes alongside heart concerns, walnuts are particularly valuable. Unlike many snacks, they help regulate blood sugar rather than spike it, and their combination of protein, fiber, and healthy fats helps you feel satisfied longer, reducing cravings for less heart-friendly options. It's worth noting that while all nuts have heart benefits, walnuts consistently show the strongest results in reversing existing cardiovascular damage. The unique nutritional profile seems perfectly designed to combat the exact mechanisms that lead to heart disease. It's as if nature created them specifically as medicine for your heart. We've now explored the first 4 powerful plant foods that science has shown can help reverse heart disease after 55. Each works through different mechanisms to heal your cardiovascular system, not just managing symptoms but addressing the root causes of heart disease. Let's quickly recap these first 4 healing foods. 1. Leafy greens rich in nitrates that relax blood vessels and vitamin K that prevents arterial calcification. 2. Berries packed with anthocyanins that reduce inflammation and improve cholesterol profiles. 3. Oats contain beta-glucan fiber that removes cholesterol from your body. 4. Walnuts provide omega-3 fatty acids that improve arterial flexibility and function. Already, you have the foundations of a powerful heart-healing diet. Imagine starting your day with a bowl of oatmeal topped with berries and walnuts, then enjoying a large salad with plenty of leafy greens for lunch. These simple choices could be transforming your heart health with every bite. In part 2 of this series, coming later this week, I'll reveal 3 more extraordinary plant foods that complete our heart-healing 7. These next foods work in different but complementary ways. One clears dangerous inflammation from your cardiovascular system, another helps rebuild damaged cardiac tissue, and our number 1 food actually helps clear plaque that's already formed in your arteries. Plus, I'll show you how to combine all 7 foods into a simple daily routine that maximizes their heart-healing potential. The best part: the food that tops our list is something you probably already have in your kitchen right now. Thank you for watching part 1 of 7 plant foods that reverse heart disease after 55. If you found this information valuable, please like this video and subscribe to Green Wellness for Seniors for more evidence-based health content designed specifically for adults over 55. And be sure to click the notification bell so you don't miss part 2, where I'll reveal the remaining 3 foods, including the number 1 plant food for reversing heart disease. Remember, it's never too late to begin healing your heart. Your journey to better cardiovascular health starts with the choices you make today. I'll see you in part 2.